Well, you know what they say. The couple that tased together stays together. This is probably one of the most embarrassing and most pathetic attempts. The thing is, people know that the only people in society that they can like talk crazy to and there won't be immediate repercussions are police. They know that police are afraid of getting sued and they can get fired. These people don't go around the public talking to regular men they bump into a grocery store or at a goddamn at the mall. You think they talk crazy to other people they have conflicts with? Never. But they do this with police because they know the police are held back by protocol, having a badge. They can't react or respond, but just the abuse that police take. I'm so grateful that we have body cams now. I look at the profession of policing as a complete 100% different view than I did maybe 5 years ago. Completely different. But let's watch this together.
Whoa! What the?
On October 7th, 2024, in Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin, a man and his girlfriend entered the public safety building to file a complaint over a traffic stop and a newly placed stop sign near their home. The conversation quickly escalated into shouting, accusations, and refusals to leave. What began as a citizen complaint meeting inside the lobby spiraled into a physical confrontation.
Hi. What's going on today? Okay. What's that?
Would we ever step in and make a formal complaint about?
You did that already, right?
No, this is another.
You got another police contact or what?
Oh, another situation, just with police contact and just with regulations being put out, I guess, on my streets without it being public notice or anything as well.
This is so obviously this means this is not his first time having contact with these police. Whenever I meet men that are constantly getting arrested and strip searched and patted down and fondled continuously, it's like I haven't had police contact since like 2017. I got pulled over for making a left turn after 6 p.m. It was like 6:05 and I got a motorcycle cop flagged me. That was like the last time I had any police contact that I can think of. If you are purposely getting arrested and now you're actually going to the police station to start another fight, I'm starting to think that a lot of these people are gay. Again, in the real world, I'm noticing a lot of women are purposely getting themselves into situations where they have to get arrested. It's because, regular guys are just not going to argue with you anymore. And I think that people are leaning on the police for more than just public safety. They're leaning on the police to be their counselors, their boyfriends, their husbands, or to get their gay sexual fantasies off. Because for this man to already be known by the police and for another situation that just happened, it's ridiculous. Like, why would you even be going there? This is ridiculous. This is a crazy situation.
Like, I just want to talk about the stop sign, the reset stop sign that's there.
Okay.
It wasn't there before, and I also talked to Swabbanon in the city, and they said there was no domicile for a stop sign to be put there or even put up.
We just want to know how the other day he got arrested for supposedly running that stop sign that didn't exist.
Arrested for it.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Detained.
Either way,
Arrested
once
is
I'm
the same thing in the back of
it.
it. It is the same thing.
Okay.
And our lawyer has explained to us that it is the same thing.
under the fact that it was an illegal stop, it was. But,
So how is it
a
that
wrongful stop is obviously
he
a wrongful arrest.
ran a stop sign that didn't exist and now it's stop?
Why the fuck are there two adults talking at the same time and they're both saying nonsense? Belligerent. You're a woman. Now, I understand she's white, he's black. She's supposed to be recessive a little bit. And maybe she's supposed to be there for like moral support. But you would think that as a woman, she'd be a little bit smarter and say, honey, this is kind of stupid. But instead, she's saying no. She's telling the police officer being detained and being arrested are the same thing when they're completely different. They're not. You can detain someone without arresting them. Sometimes you detain someone just until you can figure out if you're going to have to arrest them or not. Just because you handcuff someone to make sure they're not a threat to you as an officer or to anyone else, until you can figure the situation out, you'll detain them. But that doesn't mean you're booking them, fingerprinting them, taking them to a jail and putting them in a cell. That's a completely different situation. She's literally sitting here telling the police their job. They're both talking over each other. This is a terrible couple right here. This is literally the definition of the blind leading the blind.
Outside just appears on
But we
our
just want to
street.
really make a complaint.
Because the chief requested it be put there,
But
Why is that?
so that it can,
there's no regulation, there was no regulations or code guidelines or anything.
What do you don't, who are you to decide what the regulations are, what the code are, and who can put a stop sign where? Who the fuck told you that they need to ask your permission? You're a resident of this township. You don't own it. You're not the mayor. You're not the governor. You don't get to say where they can or cannot put a stop sign. They might have just recently decided because of speed enforcement that they're going to just all of a sudden put a stop sign there. You don't show up to the police station and make a complaint about the fucking stop sign. If you don't like the rules of the city, then you move. What are you doing? You know, another thing I'm starting to see here, I don't even see a man and a woman. I see two women, and that's exactly how this conversation is going. Two women talking to one man, and they both want to be heard and acknowledged, but acknowledge what? Their bullshit? I mean, what are we acknowledging here?
go ahead, Jim.
D'Angelo and Halsey came to complain about a new stop sign placed near their home. They believed it was installed to intimidate them following D'Angelo's earlier traffic stop and detention at the same intersection.
But so I don't understand why you want to complain about a stop sign being placed.
Because of the fact that we have recording of who was told to put it there. Personally, the employees that came decided to speak with us personally.
Okay.
And they were given instructions on to just randomly come put that stop sign there, right?
Well, the chief of police, my boss, directed that it be put there so that it felt.
Chief of police, your boss? Okay, so is he aware of the arrest and the change that happened to me?
Yes.
Okay, so he watched the video, correct?
Correct. We both did.
So after watching the video and me screaming at your officers for arresting me for the stop sign that's not apparently there, there's apparently now a recessed porta potty stop sign on my street.
A recessed porta potty? What do you mean?
That's what we call them. And because instruction, we call them like porta potty signs.
I'm not familiar with that.
Basically little small recessed stop signs, playground stop signs, like kids that play stop signs. It's not a legitimate stop sign there. It's literally
So you're saying it's
there. There's no such thing as an illegitimate stop sign. You know what's crazy? I always ask this. You know, these people only speak English. They've never even left the country. They don't have passports or anything. Remember, they can't even get IDs, right? So I don't know how they can vote. You can't get ID. You can't get a passport. But magically, you've lived in this country your whole life. How do you not know how society works? What makes you think that you can just show up and create your own rules based on how you feel? Where is that? Like I said, it feels like there's two women here. The way this guy is talking, there's like no logic. Logic is usually what comes with being a man. This is literally two idiotic women sitting here complaining about nothing. It's like they want the police to touch on them. They want to be rubbed. They want to be held. They want to be controlled. They want to be dominated. Because why else would you show up to a police station and pick a fight?
It's not a full-size normal stop sign.
It's literally from here to put there personally by the chief.
And the chief said that it doesn't really make sense to have one dead end have a stop sign and one not have a stop sign.
There was not one on either of them, and I have pictures to prove that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just like
and there's still not one at the other one, so I'm still not understanding how is it that again he left his house at 11:30 at night and was arrested. I know that
I watched the video.
Right.
It
So
was
then
mo-
why is there any
ridiculous,
confusion
right?
on why we're
Wasn't that
irritated
crazy?
that you guys can just throw up a stop sign now after you
And then
said
you're wondering
that there
why
was a
we're-
stop sign?
Because
that
the
we-
village has the right or the ability to put traffic control devices up if they see fit.
And they have the right to just arrest him for
Or
making one up
Okay,
too,
I'm not
right?
gonna argue with you, he was not arrested. Honestly, he probably should have been with the way he was acting. You made threats toward a law enforcement officer, which is a
Sure.
felony.
Sure.
It's a felony.
Mm-hmm. Sure. What was it before? I
So
got
why
tossed
didn't
in
he get
handcuffs?
arrested for that?
I don't know why.
Oh. Well, why was I
Honestly,
arrested
he
in the first place?
probably could have been.
Why was he in front of my house in the first place? Why did he make the U-turn? Why did he
Okay.
sit in front of my mailbox? Why did he make a U-turn again and pull up behind me again after I was
Because he
sitting?
thought you ran a stop sign, that's why.
No, why
and
was
then
he in front of the house before he even left the driveway?
I don't know.
You see how like there's no type of clarification or any sensible factors once you get to the point
The
of
video
him.
shows him driving down the road and making a U-turn.
Mhm.
That's what I
Once
saw
you
in the
saw
video.
me, and you obviously seen him slow down. You can probably see him jerk on his brakes too.
Okay, do you have something new to make?
Yeah.
The police officer, this is simple. He observed you running a stop sign and he made a U-turn to pull. Why? And then you start using words and you're putting them together, but you're not saying anything. You're not even saying I didn't run the stop sign. Now you're mad that a stop sign was there in the first place and not the fact that you weren't being, cognizant of the devices or the stop signs on the road. You weren't even following the traffic laws. Why are you here, sir?
It's the complaint about the stop sign that wasn't there
That's
before.
not a
Now
citizen
to sit
complaint
there
that
and
we're gonna-
it's an intimidation thing.
Okay.
So I'm
It's-
telling you, it's a
This is the weirdest, this dude is obviously LGTB elemento, and his girl is just a beard. He just said, I think they installed the stop sign to intimidate me. This dude sounds exactly like his mother. That's how you know there was no father around. He's just a ball of emotions, and his girlfriend's a white liberal woman who literally just plays into his delusions and won't correct him or tell him that he sounds ridiculous or crazy. And she's literally in there with him sounding just as dumb.
affecting me and my personal and also her.
Okay.
And we've been asking officers to not park on that street, and they've been loving it. We've also
Okay,
had
well,
more
there's also
interactions.
other things that have gone on in your street before that you may not be privy to.
Well,
Okay.
they should have privy us to it because
Well,
now,
maybe we can't.
well, that's not my problem because I'm falling under duress to it, and y'all are arresting me for no reason because of it.
That's not my problem that police need to be in the area. I'm under duress. This self-centered moron is literally saying that the police should not be patrolling the area he lives in because it bothers him. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? How self-absorbed? This is what when they say people have a main character syndrome. This is a perfect example. Everything about him is feminine. There's nothing masculine or logical or pragmatic about this man at all. And to be a man talking to another man, I'm sure this cop is just like, he's getting fed up because this doesn't make any sense. We're literally going in circles. This is what you would divorce your girlfriend over, a nonsensical circular conversation. This is ridiculous.
Didn't arrest you.
So
I don't know what you think that putting somebody in
Let them-
handcuffs and in the back of a truck
So did
means. I don't
Discovery
know
have,
what
did
you
my
think that
attorney
means.
contact you guys already by
No.
chance?
Okay, is that the basis of your complaint today is a stop sign?
Basis of all of it, the harassment that all the police officers in here know what's going on, and you guys think it's a game. But nobody wants to see me outside of a uniform, do they?
Everything else to talk
Nobody.
about today?
Nobody.
I'm not.
And I haven't threatened any officer. I said sign a waiver, which is an agreement between two people
Okay.
to do something rightfully.
Maybe I suggest you get a.
You know what? I'll be honest. My guilty pleasure is I watch these videos and I kind of like to fast forward to the part where the police kick their ass and put their black asses in handcuffs. That's my favorite part, but I'm going to still let this play out. But just listening to how this guy is raising his voice, talking about see me outside of a unit. He knows that you can challenge police like this because they can't really defend themselves. They have to literally take this abuse or they could lose their jobs. and they need their jobs to pay their bills, take care of their families. So these people are literally preying on police officers and exploiting the fact that they know they have to deal with them. You think he would walk up to me and tell me, meet me outside? Now, I don't work here. There have been instances in the past where people thought I was a security guard. And I was visiting and hanging out with my friend who is a security guard. And they'll tell you these stories where there'll be guys who would walk up and start talking crazy to my friend because he's a security guard. They know he can't do anything. You know, maybe they got thrown out of the bar or kicked out of the club, but they think that I'm security too. And they'll get in my face and be like, you know what, you're a bitch too. And I'm like, wait a minute, sir, senor, I have a secret to tell you. Are you good with secrets? Can you keep a secret? They're like, yeah, bitch, what's your secret? And I'll say, well, I don't work here. So FYI, all the restrictions and all the rules and codes of conduct that are required for the employees that work here, I don't have to follow. I'm going to fire your shit up right here. So, and do you know these people will literally talk crazy, try to start a fight with me. They lose the fight and want to call the police the next day. Feminine, complete feminine. It's a problem with this community. That's why there's so many issues with everybody. But the police, at least with the police, you get it on camera. Everybody else in the wild, we're just like fucking trying to avoid these people. But look at this here. Look.
Copy the video then before you start talking.
I already have it. We have the full video.
Then you should know you're not being truthful right now.
I don't give a you're talking about. You're not being
Your
truthful.
officers weren't being truthful either.
Yeah,
That's
they
kind
were.
of a habit.
Okay.
Well, they were.
Yeah.
So when this reaches the news, understand, Deputy, what's your name? You do know that what you're saying right now is going to be news, right?
Yep.
And my mood and what I'm saying to you right now makes sense. And you're trying to deny the fact that the stop sign is there to regulate me.
It's not regulating you.
What is it for then?
I already told you. We are making it so that it's.
So what was I, just the guinea pig? The
If you
pre-stop?
keep interrupting me, we're done talking.
Was I
okay?
the pre-stop
we're
guinea
done.
pig?
Let's go. We're
Was
done.
I the pre-stop guinea pig for the stop? Well, I'm here. You guys like me being here.
We are
I'm
done.
not leaving until I make my complaint.
You can
Arrest
make
me.
your complaint down the hall.
No, I'm not. I'm trying with you. You have not put out a
You wanted
paper.
me-
You have not put out a paper. You have not put out a pen. You have not followed any instructions that we've asked you to do. And we've been respectful. However, you keep wanting to cover.
You call this respectful? The dude said, I'm listen. Dude, you're already in a fucking police station. And look at his idiot girlfriend. She's literally just along for the ride. I'll be honest. I like an idiot girlfriend sometimes. It's just hard to find them because they're usually with an idiot already. So it's hard to catch them somewhere. You got to get lucky. Her idiot boyfriend went to jail without her. Sometimes you can catch her by herself. But they're usually tied up with idiots, you know, and they get pregnant by them. And obviously, I'm not going to take care of some idiot's kid. So, yeah, it's hard. You got to find a good idiot girlfriend because they're going to really stick in there with you. The dude is yelling at the police and saying he's not going nowhere. Sir, you're already at a police station. You're already one step away from jail. I told you, it's the whole gay, homoerotic, bondage thing. That's what this is all about. That's why he's literally escalating this. He wants to get rubbed on. And these cops, I think some of these cops know that about these guys. That's why they be reluctant to touch them. They know these guys are getting boners from it.
For your racist partners, keep it up. And we're going to sit right here. Take me to jail because I want my complaint filed right here.
Oh, man, this guy is gay as here. He wants you to touch his tallywhacker. And he's probably hiding some drugs down there too, just so you have to get all up it. Oh, look, he wants to go to jail. Why would your girlfriend's letting you say this? She's not even saying, wait a minute, don't you got to work tomorrow? Don't we got somewhere to be? Maybe you shouldn't be offering to go to jail, but she doesn't say anything. Again, if you're an idiot girlfriend and you need a boyfriend because you lost your idiot boyfriend and and you need a new person to follow, I'm taking applications this week, actually, because I got to replace my current girlfriend. She's a little too smart. I need an idiot. So if you guys know any.
Or you're going to take me to jail.
Let's go.
I asked you for a file a complaint. You have not filled out a paper.
Listen to me.
You have not filed out. You've not pulled out any paper, no pen, no nothing. What are you doing? You just sitting here and talking to us to
You don't
converse?
even want to bring us back here. You're trying to have this entire conversation.
Fucking complaints.
We're
Now,
sick of this.
And I asked you to give me a statement. I still.
I've been trying to. You have not written anything down. What statement are you
I
talking?
gave you statement.
Do you have a very?
Okay.
Do you have a great memory, sir? Because last time we came here, we explained it to you, and you still are talking about the bullshit. I'm telling you now, these little motherfuckers out here, your little new officers you got on duty. The next time I catch them in front of my house, I'm guaranteeing I'm gonna walk outside and we're gonna have a chat, and it's not a threat. We're gonna.
I bet his mom is very proud of how fucking weird her son is. I bet his dad is completely ashamed and embarrassed to have a son, and he turns out to grow up to be a woman in a man's body. It's got to be a shameful, embarrassing situation. She's acting exactly like his loudmouth, insufferable mother. Because that's where these guys, you ever watch these videos, that's where they get it from. You know, one of my good friends was just talking to me about how a lot of men that were raised by single mothers, they grow up and they handle conflict and they handle situations the same way their single mother would. You know, being loud, being angry, crying once you don't get your way, begging for attention. You know, I grew up, my parents were married. I grew up with a dad. I mean, it's hard for me to put myself in those shoes, but I mean, he's right. Now that I'm comparing people amongst each other, I mean, he is 100% correct. This man was raised by his mother and his aunt, and all he knows how to do is yell. No conflict resolution, no talking about things, no being respectful. He doesn't even know the word. He doesn't know the definition. And to find a woman stupid enough to follow you, it's not easy. Again, I'm taking applications. I need a new idiot girlfriend.
Have
Are
a
you gonna let
chat.
me talk?
We tried, and you're not hearing us. Write the complaint down. I don't give a. It's about a mouse crossing the street and they had a blue uniform on. Write the complaint. Write it, because we're complaining about your chief and your employees and your staff coming to my address and arresting me, pulling me out of my car, my house, and then harassing me and telling me to go back in my house while my car is parked on the street in front of my address. Now your officer made the mistake. He f***ed up and he admitted it. Now the stop sign is there after it wasn't. Explain to me, why are you and your personal chief taking an executive order to put a stop sign there when it wasn't supposed to be there? So now you guys know what you did after your chief watched the video. After your chief watched the video, I want to give you the basis of my complaint. Okay. After the chief watched the, don't touch me. After the chief watched the video,
let's go.
Now he turns off the light. Now he turns off the light.
D'Angelo, let's go.
You know what's crazy? I remember when I was a kid, when I was trying to learn English or whatever, I remember watching a movie called Lethal Weapon. Mel Gibson made me want to be a cop. I thought he was cool as shit. There was like they had some cool cop movies back in the day. But then you get discouraged from wanting to be a cop because gay dudes like this black guy, they complain and cry about them and they kind of shame you into hating the police, hating your country, hating your state. That's why you got to just distance yourself, just not speak to these people. They're angry, they're hateful, they're nonsensical. But after watching these body cam footage, I've watched like tens of thousands of hours. I do these videos. Yeah, like my page, The Single Boyfriend on YouTube, or The Right Wing Rico. Like and share the video, like the video. But I watch these thousands of hours, and I'm trying to like process all this data and come up with some explanations for how we got here. It's literally tons of guys like this who just want attention from other men. They just want, women and men, they just want attention. They need a daddy. And these police officers are the only people on earth forced to listen to them. Sure, you're going to get pepper sprayed and tased, but at least police have to deal with you. In real life, people can just walk away from you. But the police, they're having a hard time. These people are refusing to leave. In the police station, they want to fight. This is hilarious.
Yep. Big baby piece of trash. Get the out of my way. Yeah. Come on. And guess what? When we come back, don't touch my baby. Don't touch my baby. Don't touch. Let me excuse you. Hold this. Let me show you something.
If you want to make a complaint
Nah,
against the
we
chief,
tried to
you want
make a
me to tell you
complaint.
how to do
Nah,
that. Or you're
we
gonna
tried to
keep
make a
interrupting
complaint
me?
with you. So now what we gonna do about it? I tried to make a complaint,
Let's
right?
go.
Hold this off.
Step out in the hall.
I tried to make a complaint with you,
Step
right?
out in the hall right now.
Because I want, don't touch me. Don't
Step out
touch
in
me.
the
You
hall.
can't take me. I'm telling you now.
Step out.
Don't touch me. Don't touch
Okay,
me.
put your hands
Don't
behind-
touch me.
Put your hands
Don't
behind
touch
your
me.
back.
Don't touch me. I tried to make my complaint. I tried to make my complaint.
I cannot wait to
I
see.
tried.
He was not leaving there until the police rubbed on him. He literally turned into a little drag queen. He literally took off his little vest, threw his phone on the ground, and went like this, and then now the cop has to grab him up. This is what he came here for. He doesn't like that. Don't touch my baby, lady. He doesn't like you. You know, a lot of women are dating gay dudes out here, and she should know that by now. This is all a cover for some other stuff. This is hilarious though. This is such entertainment.
I tried to make my complaint.
Can't wait.
I tried to make my complaint.
That was
I
bad.
tried to make. I know I didn't tell you put me on. I said get your hands off me. Whoa!
Get down on the ground.
You are.
Whoa!
What the?
Come on!
Stop! What the?
Back up. Stop it.
Oh shit! Oh God! You see, he got 3 men on him right now. That's what he came for. You see that? That's what he came for. The guy with the public safety shirt sitting on the back of his legs. That's what he came there for. I bet his you know how when you get a flat tire and you got to put the jack under the car. I bet you right now that dude's getting stiff in the front and he's starting to lift off the ground because this is why he's here, to have a bunch of stranger white men in a uniform manhandle him, choke him, touch him, rub on him. That's what he came for. The girl over there doesn't understand why she's there. She's just along for the ride. But yeah, you're over there having a little. You're here having a little fantasy session with your boyfriend. And you don't even know that he's using these cops so he can, get off and get his rocks off. When do they really think calling somebody a racist means anything anymore? It doesn't. It's not even an insult. If somebody calls you racist, it's a compliment. It means that you're able to use critical thinking skills and you have a decent grasp on pattern recognition. It's not an insult. It's not. And then, especially when there's only one group on earth that's ever talking about calling people racist. There's only one group, so it doesn't mean anything anymore. It lost its flair. It's more so a compliment, if anything, nowadays. And he's screaming it out, but he wants more men. He needs more men to hold him down. And poor little Tink Tink, his little girlfriend over there screaming for no reason. It's like they went down there for this. They went there looking for trouble. If these aren't two of the biggest idiots on the internet this week, I don't know who is. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I can find some other ones.
You want to take my gun? You want to take my gun? Let me off this gun. You want to take my gun? You want to take my gun? I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God, boy. Get your hand off my neck, bro. Let me say something. If I want to walk, I'll walk. You guys can't make me. I'll walk. Get off my neck. Get off my neck now. I'm walking. I'm in that. Get off my neck. I'm walking. Get off my neck. I'm walking. Where are we going?
Freaking squad car.
Where are we going? Because you're done. You're done. Good luck. Good luck. And my girl, you're done. You're done. Step on my shoes again. Step on them again. Step on them again.
You good?
You're a racist prick.
Hold
You're a racist. You know that? You're one racist.
Yeah.
One racist.
You gotta settle down here.
Nah, I'm good. Watch this. You push me. Watch. You push me. You should have never touched me or my girl. You came to file a complaint about your racist ass people. And you're mad? You want to turn the lights off on us? We're not in the conversation.
I was trying to explain to you.
No.
This is exactly
No.
the situation.
Yeah. Cam members. Yeah. Yeah, group. Go.
This isn't even the first complaint or the second complaint or the third complaint about Schwab, and they have been harassing D'Angelo ever since I've known him. And before I've even known him, he's lived here for almost 3 years, and this is constant.
Then fucking move. Then move. And guess what you're going to discover when you go somewhere you move? You're going to have the same issues anywhere you go because he's the fucking issue. He's the issue. And you're humoring it because you're a liberal. And you want to believe that you are white. You believe all white people are evil and racist. And you're just saying all that bullshit because you have this complex. You let these people manipulate you into thinking that you have some kind of privilege that you don't have. That you're better than him when you're not. And you think that you're doing charity by feeling sorry for him and playing into his delusions when really you're just making him weaker. You'd be better off being reasonable with him and teaching him how to get along and to follow the rules. But instead, you're just reinforcing his delusions. And listen, the police are so nice here. He pulls this big ass stunt. They don't even want to arrest him. They literally took him outside to cool him off, to cut him loose, because they don't even want to do the paperwork on this jackass. For what? And what he's doing now is putting on a big show. He got his wiener touched or whatever. But now they're going to try to file a lawsuit, get a get-rich-quick scheme against the police station. It's obviously going to fail, but they're only trying this because there have been such large settlements over bullshit from these liberal cities paying criminals who were not falsely who were arrested, but they tried to deem it with some kind of technicalities. For example, the Ahmaud Marbury case in Georgia. Those men shouldn't have been given life in prison. This guy was literally running from the scene of a crime. He was wanted for this crime, was stealing stuff out of this house. One guy was just videotaping it. One guy was videotaping. They put the guy that was videotaping in jail too. So that emboldens these people who are literally just trying to game the system and game the police, and all these crocodile tears over nothing. How do you go somewhere, pick a fight, and then cry about the fight that you picked? It doesn't. There is no logic in here. It just makes for really good comedy at the end of the day.
And I'm here trying to help him. I'm here trying to help him.
Shut up. How are you helping him by literally reinforcing his bullshit? You're not helping him by literally believing every delusion he has. You're hurting him. You're enabling him. That's the problem. You're enabling him. You feel sorry for him because you think that you're better than him. And now you're going to have to deal with this grown ass baby. And if you get pregnant, God forbid, you will be dealing with a baby alone who will act just like his feminine ass father.
And it's like this is a giant nightmare that we can't wake up from. And the people that are supposed to be helping us are the ones who are doing wrong against us. And I don't understand how to make it stop.
Putting up a stop sign is not people doing wrong against you. And also, it's not the police's job to help you. That's not the job of public safety. As an American, you're supposed to help yourself. You don't lean on the police for everything. They're not your daddy. They're not your parents. You are supposed to be a grown-up and take care of yourself. You don't lean on the police to help you all the time. That's not how it works.
Now we're in here trying to make a complaint about the fact that this stop sign just appeared. And he won't even take the time to make the complaint for us. He's just shut off the lights on us and said, get out. Okay. This isn't acceptable. None of this is acceptable. The fact that I am in handcuffs is unacceptable. The fact that D'Angelo is in handcuffs is unacceptable.
Because you guys are acting like uncivilized monsters and big ass kids in this adult establishment. You don't know how to conduct yourself. You're embarrassing yourselves and you're unruly. You guys came there looking for a fight. You found it. People go looking for violence and then they cry when they find the violence they were looking for. Well, why? You should have been crying earlier. You weren't crying when you were talking all that shit in the room. You weren't crying when he was screaming and yelling at the police officer. You people treat you with the same respect you treat them. If you want to be disrespectful to the police, don't expect them to respect you. Who raised you people where there's no common sense or understanding how to interact with other people? You think the police are indebted to you because you pay them or because they're supposed to serve the public, but you guys misunderstand their job. That doesn't mean they have to kiss your ass and you can just abuse them. That's like ridiculous. So yeah, you're getting what you came for.
What wanted to do was come in here and make a complaint about the harassment.
Okay. So.
Okay. One in jail.
Okay. So I'll be transported to.
Yeah,
Nice.
you have a report with her.
Okay. So you're gonna go to jail for
disorderly conduct, resisting, and battery to an officer. So that's where we're at right now. He is also going.
Why? What did I do to deserve those charges? Tell me.
He literally just told you what you did right now. Why does he have to repeat them? You are not 5 years old. You're not 4 years old. You were there. You know what you did. You were literally attacking the cops that were arresting that slinky ass drag queen of a boyfriend of yours. Why are you sitting here pretending like you have no idea what's going on? That is the only part of these videos that's frustrating, because it's like a mental manipulation where they try to trick the cops into thinking that that's not what happened and that they're wrong. I mean, this has got to be the hardest job on earth. Dealing with a bunch of mentally ill, delusional people that are high on drugs and just spaced out of reality every day in the public. And now when you think you're going to have a nice day at work, they come into your job and disturb your peace. Then they get arrested for doing it. And then they say, well, we didn't do anything. We didn't do nothing.
What I did to deserve those charges. I've never been arrested before in my entire life. I came in here today to get help, to make a complaint, and I am in handcuffs now, and so is D'Angelo.
So all I can say
there was no help asked for. You came there to be a bitch about a fucking stop sign. A stop sign can go wherever they say it's going to go. You do not get to decide where and when a stop sign goes up. You've been here your whole life. How do you not know how things work in the world? And you know what? Ignorance of how things work is no excuse for not knowing. That's your bad. Educate yourself, but you found what you were looking for.
Ask for help.
I understand that. So my point of view, all I know is that when I came out, everyone is sprawled on the floor fighting, okay? So I wasn't there beforehand. All I know is that I helped take you into custody, which is why you're in handcuffs. So I don't know what
He was being arrested,
before.
and you interfered with that arrest. You can't do that, okay? If you would have stood there doing nothing.
You stood there and do nothing while you do that to him, while you both attack him and put him in cuffs for no reason and tase him for no reason. You're kidding.
So
would you stand there?
For no reason, you little lying piece of shit. He literally squared up and tried to fight the police. Lady, if you don't go to hell.
Your wife was being treated like that. Do you think that you would stand there and do nothing? You'd stand there and do nothing.
That's where we're at right now, okay?
What is wrong with you people?
You will have a court date to explain your side of the story.
What is wrong with you people?
Okay? Go ahead and stand up.
After the altercation, both D'Angelo and Halsey were restrained, and escorted from the building as staff and bystanders looked on. D'Angelo was checked for minor injuries, then taken to the hospital before being booked into jail, while Halsey was transported separately and booked on her own charges. D'Angelo was charged with resisting an officer and disorderly conduct. He originally faced 2 felony counts, including battery or threat to a law enforcement officer and resisting with substantial bodily harm, but both were dismissed or read in. He was sentenced on the misdemeanor counts and held responsible under probationary terms, whereas Halsey was charged with disorderly conduct, resisting an officer, and battery to law enforcement after interfering in the struggle, scratching an officer, and attempting to pull D'Angelo free. She was also jailed for 2 days and fined $1,198. Please show your support by liking this video to see more of these cases with a proper legal analysis.
I'm sick of all these slap on the wrists when these people are being, they need to drop the fucking hammer on these animals. What are we doing? You have to drop the hammer. You cannot just let people attack you, attack law enforcement. I mean, what kind of precedent are you staring? It's like you're allowing, like, other people are going to watch these videos and they're going to think it's okay to do that. That's why it's like every day they're trying to get away with more and more against our law enforcement. If you don't respect our laws, then you don't respect our country, then don't live here. Move and live somewhere else that you do respect. This is not going to work at the rate we're going. This is unsustainable long term. There's going to have to be stronger penalties for these people that are committing these type of crimes against law enforcement. We need law enforcement more than we need these people. And that's just my opinion. Like and subscribe, share the video. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Right-wing Rico, the single boyfriend. And I'll be back shortly. America first, America only.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.